And greetings to you, music lovers, thrill seekers, and book buyers all over the fruited plain, and book readers all across the fruited plain. Rush Limbaugh, the Excellence in Broadcasting Network. And unlike Nancy Pelosi, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't have to read my book to find out what's in it. I wrote it. I know what's in it. Happy to have you here. Telephone number, if you want to be on the program, is 800-282-2882. The email address, lrushmo@eibnet.com. And we're going to continue to roll out the ongoing details of Obamacare and the absolute disaster that it is. Build on some of the things that we spent time discussing yesterday. But today is the big day. Today is the launch. This is October 29th, and my first book since 1993 is now available and on sale. And it's Rush Revere and the Brave Pilgrims Time Travel Adventures. So excited about this, folks. And I want to spend just a few minutes here explaining what this book is, and maybe a couple things about what it's not. The book is dedicated to Vince Flynn, the late, great Vince Flynn, who was a great human being. He was a fantastic thriller author, solid guy. All of us who knew him feel extremely fortunate to have known him, to have been able to call him a friend. And Vince was one of us, folks. He was, as I say, a solid citizen. He was as concerned about things as we all are. And he had a profound love and appreciation for the country. And he was, over the years, always urging me to write another book. And, you know, it's heading into the each election season. He said, come on, Rushbo, that's what he called me. He said, come on, Rushbo, this is it. This is the time. You've got to get it out for the next election. And I said, Vince, you know, I've done it. I mean, the book market is just jammed. Everybody's writing books these days, and my so-called conservative manifestos are out there. No. What you need to do, you need, look at all of the monologues you've done. You have tons of material. You just need somebody to edit it and put together a compendium of your monologues. And you got 10 books sitting there, Rush. I look at your website every day. Yeah, okay. It still didn't excite me because while it was something I hadn't done, I mean, a compilation book, it still was things I'd already said. And in a way, had already been published. But he kept after me. He did not give up on this. He kept trying to light the fire. And one of those occasions, Catherine, my wife, had an idea that really lit the fire and brought everything Vince was trying to get me to do into culmination. She said, look, you have expressed your concern over what's happened to elementary education. Well, all of education, but particularly young people. Why don't you do a book aimed at young people that tells the truth about American history? And you could start with the Pilgrims, because that's where it all really did start. And that intrigued me. In a professional sense, it was new. It's something I hadn't done. It was an audience, young people, that naturally talk radio doesn't reach. And it was something of great concern, and it still is of mine. And I know it's of yours, too, and that is the, for lack of a better word, the bastardization of American history as taught throughout America today, not just the public schools, but all the way through middle school and high school and even into college. I've railed about it for years on this program. You know, we talk about how we conservatives can actually gain ground and make progress on things. We've lost sectors of our culture. We've lost pop culture, Hollywood, books, movies, TV shows, this kind of thing. We've lost education. The libs own this. So I was really intrigued by this. There's an opportunity here to, A, write another book, but B, have it actually be something of substance and oriented around a great purpose that is indeed a passion of mine, and that is the founding of this country and American exceptionalism, why it's great, why we are unique as a country. And talk radio doesn't reach the 10 to 13 group other than as rush babies. Young people might be hearing the radio as their parents listen to it. So this became something I got really, really excited about. Now, folks, I want to address something else, too. You who have listened regularly know that I'm really, really sensitive about, for lack of a better word, hawking things. Just put my name on something and in telling you it's in some store and go get it. I'm really, really sensitive to that, and I've never, ever sought to take advantage of that or to exploit it. And this is not that. This actually has a committed, passionate purpose. And that is the effort to tell the truth of American history in a way that makes it fun for people to learn, for young people to learn. And so the book came together, Rush Revere and The Brave Pilgrims. Now, here's the structure of the book. Rush Revere, of course, is our great icon of 2F by T. Rush Revere is my face, but Rush Revere is just the icon we chose for 2F by T, which is Rush Revere, Paul Revere, 2F by T, the British are coming, blah, blah, all of that. And we decided to turn him into a substitute teacher at a middle school. And then we gave him a talking horse named Liberty. And this talking horse can time travel anywhere in American history with Rush Revere in the saddle. And Rush Revere can take his iPhone with him when he time travels back to American history, and does, and uses the video function to record what he sees and brings it back to the classroom where he is the substitute teacher. He can take students. Now, once this structure was set up, there were no boundaries on what we could do with it. There were no limits on what we could do. And the objective here, as I say, is to simply tell the truth. The multiculturalists have gotten hold of the education curriculum in this country and many other things. And among the things that they have done is teach young people that this country is not what it really is, that it was founded in an unjust and immoral way, that there were people already here and that they were wonderful people, beautiful people, the Native Americans, and they were minding their own business. And then these evil white settlers showed up, starting with Columbus and then the Pilgrims, and they brought with them all of these corrupting influence. This is what's taught today, and it's been taught for a long time. And so the young people of this country have grown up learning that there is no such thing as American exceptionalism, that there isn't anything really unique. And in fact, this country has gotten great and became wealthy because it oppressed other people and stole from other people around the world. We took what we wanted wherever we found it. We left poverty and destitution in our wake, and it just couldn't be further from the truth. It's the exact opposite. And so this book is an effort to tell the truth about the Pilgrims, who they were, where they were, why they wanted to leave where they were, what that voyage entailed, how they put it together, what happened when they got to the New World, how did that go. We include the true story of Thanksgiving in this, and it's all done in a combination fun, entertaining, persuasive, and most importantly, a truthful way. We all say, I've had you call me over the years, Rush, what can I do besides vote? What can I do? I mean, and I ask myself the same thing. What can I do above and beyond the radio show. Most of you, I mean, you don't have a microphone like I do. And so at the end of each day, I've had my say, and there is a level of satisfaction with that. But even so, I ask myself, like you do, what else can I do? What more can I do? And this book is that. It is the what more can I do? It is designed to be read and enjoyed by 10 to 13-year-olds, but we've never really mentioned that as a focus because the objective has been for entire families to experience it. For young people to read it, maybe parents or grandparents to read it to young people, for the young people who read it to have questions about it. We've also gone live today at our 2If by T website with an entire Rush Revere section that is a direct connect to what readers will find in the book. And it is a way to expand the experience of reading the book and experiencing it at 2ifbyt.com. And it's been a labor of love. It's been tremendous fun. We're really proud of it, folks, because it is a profoundly quality book, profound quality. We've got lots of illustrations. We have the paper in the book is made to look like old parchment. A lot of people spent a lot of time making this book look as good as it does. And we've been looking so forward to this day because this is the beginning of the effort here to actually, people say make a difference. And I have a little problem with that phrase because, Castro made a difference. But I know what people mean when they use that phrase, and I'd attach it to myself here with Rush Revere and the Brave Pilgrims, because it is an effort to make a difference. I'm not going to complain anymore about how we've lost education or how the curriculum has been corrupted, because now I have done what little I can do to change it. But that includes you. That you're part of this effort to get started here on reclaiming the birthright and the truth of this country. We all love it. We all have a profound appreciation for this country. We understand what American exceptionalism is. And we want everybody to understand it. We want everybody to love the country, as many as possible. We want everybody to experience and consciously be aware of what's possible as a human being, as an individual human being, what is possible in this country. We all only get one life. All we want to do is get the most out of it. This book attempts to explain to people, young people, what's possible by telling them what has happened to get them here. I mean, the people that founded this country, the Pilgrims, experienced hardships that are not known today. They experienced just the travel across the Atlantic Ocean, a harrowing, frightening, scary thing that people today can't relate to. We try to bring that to life. So there is an appreciation for our forebears and ancestors that came before us, who gave everything in order that this country might exist as it does. So it's out there now, and it's at all the bookstores. It's at Amazon. It's at iTunes. It's at Barnes and Noble. And the audio version is out. And I have to tell you, we've got some excerpts of the audio version here today, and I read it, obviously, and it's unabridged. It's every word. It runs about 4.5 hours, the whole thing, and I'm really proud of that work as well. It's good. If I don't mind saying so myself, it's just. It's excellent. I've got about 6 excerpts from it here that I'm going to pepper throughout the program just to give you a flavor for it. Now, we've had spies out there today. We've had spies at the various booksellers just checking to see what people encounter. And the audiobook, a couple places with the audiobook, you're really going to have to look hard for it. There are a lot of displays of the hardcover book, and it won't be too hard to find in many places. They're right up front. Now, when our spies leave, we fully expect the people who work at the bookstore to turn the books upside down or backside out or what have you, like happens in the past. But the audiobook is in the audio section of stores, and so you have to hunt that down. But it's gorgeous, too. I mean, I've got a couple boxes of it. I'll hold them up in the diddle cam here in just a second. The audio version's out. The ebook, if you pre-ordered that, it's being delivered. If you pre-ordered from Amazon or the other places, it'll be delivered. Some got them yesterday, some coming in today. We had one of our spies went to a bookstore. I'm not going to name it or where it happened, but tried to pose with the display and take pictures. And the employee of the bookstore came over. You can't. You cannot take pictures. It's against corporate policy. No signage is permitted. Oh, really? That's right. You can't do it. What if we hold the book? No, you cannot. What if we take picture outside looking in the glass? No, you can't. So we took pictures anyway. They didn't want any of the signage of the store showing up in any pictures that were beyond their control. I brand ID and control. I totally understand. But anyway, that's the short version of this. I've been through it a couple of times with you, but it really, folks, it's a labor of love. I owe a lot of people a lot for all the time they spent helping me on this, and Vince Flynn, of course, for not letting the concept of doing another book die. He was just relentless. He just would not let go of it. And that's why the book is dedicated to him. He was and is this book's guardian angel, as the dedication says. But again, it has a specific purpose. It has the purpose of trying to correct the falsehoods and the misconceptions about this country and its founding that are currently part of the public school curriculum. So there it is. I'll take a brief time out. We'll do that, be back and continue right after this. Folks, don't go away.